The Radio Misfits Podcast Network.
Qui sont ces gens et pourquoi suis-je là? Les winemakers.
Yeah. Sam, you get the award.
Of course he does.
Wrongest.
It's supposed to be quiet, but for these exact reasons, we like a little bit of noise.
It's a happy Monday at the 16600 Tasting House.
Yes, welcome to the Winemakers. We are, some of us at this table, recovering a little bit from yesterday. So we were actually kind of excited, looking forward to this, because what's better than some champagne in the morning after a hard day the day before? And we're going to be talking about champagne. We are all about champagne today. And
well, every day. We just don't usually have 2 bottles to start the Monday.
Check this out. So I was thinking about champagne this morning.
As one does.
And I was thinking about, in terms of like marketing, either on purpose or by accident, do you know that I think champagne is probably the only sector that has a higher consumer is women than any other, like Pinot, Cab, Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé. Champagne has to be the highest sector of women drinking it than any other sector in wine, right?
I mean, I don't know that for a fact. I don't know.
I'm going to look it up while we're doing the show.
It sounds good. Do you know?
Yeah, I really think that champagne has been associated with, party, celebration, and was in a way linked to a kind of emotional state, So I think by history, women tended to go to champagne easy, yes.
Well, and the history of women in champagne, too, is kind of cool. Yeah. There's a lot of history of women in champagne, from Krug and Clicquot to even during First World War, guys going off to war, women actually in the vineyards doing the blends, like doing everything. So, and then the other thing that I thought was kind of weird is, I come from restaurants, and so it's the only thing on the wine list that you are sort of required to bring it ice cold and keep it on ice. Really? Right?
I mean, people offer.
Sauvignon Blanc or Rosé, but would you, if you had a Rosé that was kind of not totally ice cold, you probably wouldn't send it back. You'd say, bring me an ice bucket. But when someone brings you champagne, you're
I understand what you're saying, Brian.
That thing better be ice free.
It is part of the setup.
Right.
Is the ice bucket, maybe the hi-hat one,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It just kind of has its own thing.
Cachet.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get into
Elevated.
let's get into it, Monica.
That's why we're here.
Monica, why don't you set the stage? Tell us what you guys are doing here and who you brought with you.
I love it. Thank you so much, you guys, and thank you for allowing us to be here and enjoy this experience. It has been such an incredible journey to have my friends here from Champagne, France. I will introduce them in a second. Yep. Woo.
Oh wait, we already.
Yeah, we already. It's my ringtone.
Is it really?
Actually, it's my sister-in-law's ringtone when I call her, so she knows I'm coming over. But so I'm Monica Riebli, and I am a 6th generation Sonoma County farming family. My dad's an egg farmer, so we did Sonoma County egg and poultry.
Wait, so do you call it an egg farmer?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're from Petaluma, Bart. We had chicken farmers, but they laid eggs.
No,
I never heard
you
an
were
egg
farmer, but I mean,
chicken farmers could be raising those chickens for 2 reasons, Brian.
Okay,
right.
You're either an egg farmer or you're a meat farmer.
Okay, sorry, I've never heard
my
that.
My grandfather was a dairy farmer, so he was milking cows. We've been around.
So my mom and your dad actually went to high school together.
Yeah.
And
what high school?
Petaluma High.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so AJ and I made this connection, we had met, and I'd moved to Sonoma and started kind of getting to know people who I didn't know in the wine business, of which one of them was your brother because of the bun shoes. And we're sitting there talking, Petaluma, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, well, we might actually somehow have some sort of family connection 7 generations ago. Yeah. At any rate, long story short, our parents both said that they went to high school together, and that's how we put it together.
Yeah.
Trojans.
And AJ is I think actually the entire Riebli family, they're these power energy people, like massive attraction of like diverse people with, you know, all sorts of love in their hearts. And it's just crazy family, the Riebli family in general. Your brother throws the ultimate,
the tomatoes.
Yeah. So yeah. When AJ turned 40 and then 50, right?
Sure.
with the tomato fight.
Yeah.
So he threw a tomatina, right? And, you know, bought a couple tons of tomatoes from a grower. The San Giacomos went and picked them up in a grape bin, brought them back. We dumped them in the field in the middle of Gunlock Bundschu. Everybody dressed in white. And at 12 noon, we had a tomato fight. Wow. And then from there went to a barbecue of which they had cooked a pig in the ground.
Wait, and you kept on the clothes?
No, there was a period of...
You smell so bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's
Imagine
gross,
there's still tomatoes growing in that field too.
Yes.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think
Like
Jeff
forever.
said that
There's like
tomatoes
forever
growing.
going to be
Well,
volunteer tomatoes.
It's
out
what
there.
they call Block 13.
Yeah.
So it's a block that was planted at some point. They pulled it out. They never replanted it.
You can't plant block 13.
Right.
Like
Right.
13th floor elevator.
Yeah. So anyway, so the connection with the Rieblis and Sonoma, Arnold at one point owned a vineyard for a period of time also, or maybe still does.
Yeah, he sold his grapes to Kendall Jackson and had a really nice. It was a white wine. It was almost like a white Burgundy. It was not too bad, but he called it chicken shit red. He was selling his grapes because he's an egg farmer, right? Get it? What up, pump? So
anyway, so Monica was not in the wine business.
No.
You had a whole career before that, and then you woke up one day and looked at the way the wine business was going and decided that you had to be part of it?
It's such a good question. And so, you know, that you teed up AJ's party. So we had the Champagne Cowgirl launch party on Saturday. So following up the Tomatina party and just this awesome, like, country vibe with, like, French influence out at the barn over here on the square. Joan, what's the barn called? What's the name of the barn? What do they call it? George's Pass. So it was amazing. Joan Stagnaro, my shout out here, has been my partner in this. But Bart, what happened? Let me drink. Yeah. So what happened
Too many college parties.
I know, right?
Dig that. There's
So
some
what
shows we'd
happened?
be
So
wasted.
you know, Bart's right. I have been doing nonprofit fundraising for 30 years. I worked for the March of Dimes, and I'm still doing this. This is still my day job is still to raise money for causes that are really meaningful. And last August, I was like, you know, I've done so many champagne toasts in ballrooms where we are toasting people who have passed away or they're struggling and they're trying to get ahead. And there are these people that want to celebrate. And so just this kind of came from another place in my heart where I felt like, why are we waiting for that time when people are sick or they're gone to open the good bottle? Like, you need to open the good bottle now. And it has been so joyful. Yeah, it's been so joyful to be here and like do this. So that's what Champagne Cowgirl is.
Hell of a Monday.
So
I like the new rule, by the way.
So Monica, when we ting, that's our way of acknowledging someone that we have
Shout out, good point.
respect, et cetera, et cetera. So you don't have to drink every
big name
time.
drop.
So thank you. So
But you can.
Right, but you can.
It's not discouraged.
Yeah, don't.
And they have
might
a
be
long
a
day
new-
ahead of them.
Tom's been picking grapes since 4:30 this morning. So he's like, let's move it on.
We'll run it through
And
the
I'm
board of
jet-lagged too,
directors.
so-
and see what they say. So Monica,
It's 9:00 at night. You're fine.
so Champagne Cowgirl is an importer.
So what happened, and I'll cut to the chase because I do want my friends here to share about what they do and their wines, and they honestly, like, I believe that the champagne is the star of every show.
Well, this is whatever we have in our had in our glasses is delicious.
Yeah. This is Tom's Island.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I was like, what could be, right? I've belonged to wine clubs. I understand what you got, and like they're great and they're coming. And this was like, well, could I work with small, mid-sized family producers to curate boxes for a wine shipment. So versus like you're getting one winery and you're getting multiple of their vintage. What if it was like I got to go and select the ones that I love and then share to my club? So that's what I'm launching. That's what I'm doing. I went to.
Sorry, I want to start my own champagne club too. Then.
Yeah, you can join. Well, so it's fun.
You don't have to now. You can just sign up for
There's
this
more
one.
to this as it goes, and just the name Champagne Cowgirl, like it evokes so much in so many people's heads, and they go so many different directions. Like it's turquoise and apparel, it's horseback riding, it's champagne, it's whatever it is, and. So for me, it's a club. I would love to start doing excursions and actually allowing the people on excursion to curate the next club box, right? So Bart Hansen curated this month's package, and he's talking about it. And what we're doing with these guys is asking them. They're so young and vibrant and totally understand the social media world of like having the growers talk to you when you're opening the bottle. So you're actually getting that tasting room experience, but virtual, and it's specific to this.
Yep.
Right. So that's the whole concept. So 1 is the club, 2 is excursions. There's kind of a third leg that I'm working on right now, which is a little bit more into like wear and like durable outdoor kind of vessels that don't lose the prestige of the wine, but you are durable and you can take them on the go.
On that point,
stay tuned on that.
Champagne glassware for cowgirls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
And can we talk about glassware? Take a break?
Yes.
And just talk about glassware for champagne?
Yeah.
There
sure.
is a movement here where we are kind of throwing the flutes in the garbage.
Yeah.
And we're drinking out of more traditional white wine glasses. So I'm wondering if you're going to design these cowgirl champagne vessels. What are you looking at? What shape?
Yeah, it's I mean, and I feel so bad because I want to introduce these guys, but so
we'll get there.
Can we? Okay,
we're not in a hurry.
So it's and I just found my patent on this, so it's called the Adventure System, and thank
It's
you.
the first ding for a patent filing we've had on the show.
Woo!
Probably drink for that one too.
You may be right.
So I should have brought it. I just got my 3D CAD prototype last week because I wanted it, but essentially what it is 2 parts, and the vessels would nest, and they have detachable bases. So you can, if you want a martini, if you want a margarita, if you want a proper wine, if you want a coupe, if you want an Irish coffee, and the base is detached, but it's that like enamel melamine kind of material.
It's enamel. It's like the cowboy wear.
Like the cowboy wear. Like the.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
like old school camping.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
Mugs,
the bases would detach and be ideally different. You guys, I can't tell you on Saturday night how many times I lost my glass.
Right.
I put it down and I'm like, where the hell did I put that thing? Like, is this mine? And I'm drinking it. This is even last night. I'm like, you lose it all the time. You can get bases that will now like, oh, I'm always pink. And I know it, and that's mine. And I've got it on my thing. So we'll see. More to come.
Okay, you got a website that we can look forward to purchase this in the future?
Yeah, right. I know, it's exciting. Well, Champagne Cowgirl. So I'm in prototype right now. I have been like working to get these guys here into the country. Not into the country. I didn't do anything to get them into the country. They got here on themselves.
With planes.
I don't know. Right now it's kind of tough.
No. But that we just had the launch party, and then this piece is kind of like the third leg of the Champagne Cowgirl excursion that I'm hoping to be part of it. That has sort of been under wraps. I haven't really shared it. I'm sharing it here with you guys. They've seen it, but like I said, I'm in like a 3D CAD prototype, and sort of what do I think? It's cool. It's pretty cool. I don't think anything exists like it. And my inspiration, I was drinking champagne with Joan out at the barn, and we were drinking it out of little coffee mugs. And I was like, "This is great, but you lose the essence of the wine."
Yeah.
So what's the shape of the like actual? Like...
Well, I mean, it would be ideal to what you prefer.
Okay. Oh, so
because
maybe
you're
you
going to
can
offer
pick
multiple
out
Yeah, you
things.
have different vessels.
awesome,
So your
awesome.
so the base attaches to the
Okay.
various vessels. So it'll be like if you drink, Joan's always drinking martinis out there.
Right.
So she would get a martini glass
Yeah.
or a martini vessel, and then this wine
Oh, very
coupe.
cool.
Right now, the first product is a camp. It's a coupe, which is pretty cute.
Yeah.
And, a little heavy.
So with Brian's question about the shape, what about to our guests from
Well,
Champagne?
let's introduce them
Well,
first.
Yeah,
you're
let's
right.
introduce
Yeah. We'll come back to that. Go ahead.
Thank you.
So I got to go to Wine Paris in February, which was like a totally amazing experience. And there were 65,000 vendors there, and I was primarily in Champagne. And
Hold on, how many?
65,000 vendors from all over.
Right.
At
Not
it's at the Paris.
attendees,
No, vendors.
vendors.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's at the Paris Expo, which is 5 huge buildings. There's two halls were only France. I think Italy had its own, and then an international, and then a B Spirits and B No. So like, the Spirit Hall was like a club, but we were primarily in Champagne, and which was amazing. And I just like the Champagne region. They're so good at to kind of how you kick this off. They're so good. Like everything was uniform. The photos that they did for your guys' wineries, like they're so beautiful and they're like very detailed and classy and just cool. So I had 17 appointments in 2 days. We were there for 4 nights. I would not go to Paris again for 4 nights only and like turn right back around. And I got to meet, actually Tom was the one who shared this. And like, you need to go to Wine Paris. Tom, I reached out to, just kind of blasted 12 different small champagne houses, small family growers, and I got 4 responses. Actually, I think I got more than that eventually, but Tom was one of them, and he said, your timing is perfect. I'm going to be in San Francisco in a couple weeks. And so he was my first meeting where I got to taste the wine. This is what you're drinking. So this is Tom Lempereur.
Yes, Tom Lempereur.
from Champagne, Harlin. And he was kind of really been my guide, mentor, fun friend, just like checking things on, like, is this appropriate, right? Like if I wanted to do this, how does this affect other people? And very conscientious to like big growers versus small growers, and like, are people offended, and how that would go. But just everything, Tom's been amazing. So this is Tom Lempereur.
Hi. So yeah, thank you, Monica. I think when someone is putting so much energy and that is working with his heart in a full project like you are doing, you just need to give back, and you just try to reach the same amount of energy you are putting into it. So I'm happy to do this with you.
He's been great. Tom's been amazing. And then this is Clara Lete. And she is with Champagne A.Lété, and she was so cute. So she was like, Monica, I wanted the appointment with you because you put your picture. This is a note to everybody, because it's like one of those like Wine Paris, and you can have the way that you make the appointments. But I put my photograph onto my profile, and she's like, people don't put the photographs on the profile, but I like that you put your photograph on the profile, and like, you look nice, and I thought I'd meet with you. So tip to everyone, put a photograph on your profile.
Or put your photograph on.
Right.
Or put my photograph on your profile. And then Clara, like, I met her, and she just had this like beautiful red lipstick, and she was so cute, and like, she looks like Snow White. And then we got to taste with her, and she was pouring with her mother, and that's, you can share, Clara, like a little bit about it, but it's a family thing. And I told her the other day, it was so sweet. Like, I remember, and her mom came out, and she was very kind of coy and shy about her English, and talking, because it's early in the season, like I think as they go through the year, their English gets better. And
like how your Spanish gets better by the end of harvest.
Right. Yeah. And she came out, and her mom was like, she wanted to talk, but Clara was wanted to teach English, so Clara's English is quite good, as is Tom's. And so she squeezes her mom's hand, and she's like, I'm the luckiest girl, I get to work with my mom every day. And I just thought that was such a sweet thing, and kind of like how you started on the appeal of women in the industry for Champagne and the growers and whatnot. It was just so wonderful, and the wine is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so this is Clara.
Hi guys. So I don't know if we're going to introduce ourselves a little bit more afterwards.
Yes, please.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the wine and the vineyards and all the things.
So just to answer you back about the history and everything. So we started to produce champagne in 1890. So it has been a few generations. And
It's been a minute.
yeah. And I mean, my two grandparents were from wine growing families. So we just, continue working the same way as we started. And I mean, we work with really fruity wines, and we're just 3 generations working at the estates right now. So I'm working with my grandparents, my uncle, my cousin. Everyone works together. We are 6 from the family, and it's really fun.
Yeah. And did they used to sell? Was your family growers before, and then they used to sell to the people who actually bottled and made the champagne?
Yes.
And then at some point they decided to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even know why they started to produce champagne. I think it was a little bit more accessible when they started. But so we've been growing grapes for a really long time and then started to produce champagne. And then, we just continued. And now I came back on the estate 3 years ago, and my main focus was to share what we do, our product and our history to, the world. So that's why I'm here today.
Yeah. And can you tell us what grapes are in here?
So the one that you're trying right now is the Linéal. So you've got 50% of Chardonnay, 15 of Pinot Noir, and 15 of Meunier. And you don't have any sugar added. Yeah. Only natural sugar of the fruits.
Do you want to talk about the label a little? I know that on the podcast you can't see the label, but for you guys here, it's just really special and...
Okay. So this blending, this cuvée was elaborated for my birth 24 years ago by my grandpa because he was the wine growers, the winemaker back then. And so we just continued, working with it. It was the cuvée Clara for a really long time. And then when I came back on the estate, we did a huge rebranding because of all, the marketing communication impact of 2024 back then. And so I decided, instead of just saying, I'm the cuvée Clara, have fun. The first person who had some vines back then was my great grandma, and she was unable to work with her wines, obviously. So they just put the A as August, which was her husband, basically. So I was like, Linéal in French, it means like lineage in English, but in French it tends to go directly to the woman, so the mother, the daughter, and everything. So that's why I decided to switch the name from Cuvée Clara to Linéal, because I think it means so much, and I can relate to that so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And what was your background? Were you working with the family from the time you were a kid, or did you go away and come back?
Yeah, a little bit of both, because I was born and raised there in the vines. But at first I wanted to become an English teacher. So I've studied English, I've traveled a little bit, and then life happened, and I just started to work as a teacher, like half-time. I did 3 years, and it was like, okay, maybe I'm going to do something else. And I just started some communication studies. And then I said to my family, okay, let's think about something together. If I'm coming back on the estates, we're just, doing all the rebrandings and everything. And then if we do that, I'm coming back and we are going to see things a bit differently, keeping the same essence and the same, not the same story, but we are going to continue telling our story, but just in other ways, and just developing to other markets, and see things a little bit differently.
Yeah. And when you're in a family like that that's making wine for so long, does anyone even go to Venology College or anything, or you guys just
no?
You just right? You're just learning on the job all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it can be a little bit tricky. Because when I came back on the estates, I wanted to do something, some new champagnes, for example, and things.
Wait, like what?
Like a Blanc de Noir, for example. We wanted to do Blanc de Noir. We wanted to do the low dosage cuvée that you're actually drinking.
Well done.
Thank you. And, at first, I think everyone was a bit like, are you crazy? And I was like, no, I just want to try some new things. And I mean, I think it can be a bit complicated when you don't have that background in like œnology studies, because people used to do like their father did back then, and just, you know, continuing those type of things. But I think you just have to be courageous, I don't know, brave
yeah.
enough to try that. And I'm actually going to do some like œnology studies. French, but probably next year, because I really want to focus myself more on the technique and you know, tasting and everything. So I'll do it, but yeah, some pretty fun things are going to happen.
It's interesting what you say about like wanting to do new things. And, you know, in the United States, we know the big producers, and it's only been, and probably only here we're lucky in Sonoma County that we've been introduced to grower champagne and smaller producers. And so when you speak about tradition, I mean, is there any other wine region that's steeped more in quote unquote tradition than champagne? I mean, like, I can understand why you're nervous to do something other than that.
But I think in Champagne, the market has been obliged to think a little bit differently, because, you know, for a really long time, you're completely true. People used to stay in that kind of tradition with the same labels and the same visuals and everything. So it was really strong, and it has been for a really long time. But, you know, with social medias now, with the new generations coming, I think the new generation of consumer, they are looking for some completely different things. So Champagne has to overgrow on this, and to reach to the younger generation and to listen to what they want.
So is this something that's happening across other states as well in Champagne? Are people starting, or are you like breaking the ground on it, that it's time to tinker with the traditions and break out of some of those molds a little bit?
Well, I think the new generation is really ready to not just follow trends, but making them. And so I think...
Yeah. Tom's got a lot of them.
Cheers, thank you.
He's stealing them.
Can we have more bottles?
Every day. We can get more bottles over here. We can have Sophia run them over.
Champagne market is really traditional, but something really... Every day I hear about new things coming on, innovative way of producing champagne, still keeping like the champagne process, but improving it to reach a higher quality. Yeah. I think this is really the key now, to reach a higher quality for everyone, because in all over the world, people start to drink less and less and less, but better.
Yeah.
So for example, my boss is the third generation, so the estate's been created in the 60s. Back in the 60s, if you were having some grass in the row, you were just a lazy winemaker. Now, as we are working in biodynamic, we are not using any chemical. We just use some plant decoction, herbal tea, mashed nettles, for example. It took a bit of time and a lot of arguments between the few generation leading the estate now. It's not so easy, but it's actually moving on. So it's a good news for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's something that's happening a lot in Champagne. Notoriously, it was one of the most sort of aggressively chemically farmed growing regions in the world, and got away with it.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's a trend that's kind of spreading faster than innovative marketing.
Yeah, sure. We are far from the day where helicopter was just spreading everything in the vine.
Careful, Sam, break that glass.
That was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
And good on us. So, for example, ourselves, we have some sheep, just having some walk in the vineyard. Mm-hmm. This is how we deal with the grass. So less trucks than before. Everyone is trying to reach something really pure, mineral. Champagne, the taste of the champagne is really changing a lot, I think, now. We are far from the day where everybody was putting dozens of grams of sugar in his bottles. Sorry for the Russian, but...
But it's interesting, because I find it interesting that people really talk about how much sugar is added or not added,
Yeah.
which again was something that was never talked about. We just drank champagne, we drank it, popped corks and drank it. And, like I say, maybe in California, in this area, maybe the wine country, we've been exposed to it more than the rest of the country. But this concept of small producing champagne and becoming also the idea of just opening champagne, not just for a special event, but opening it just like an everyday glass of wine.
Yes.
And that's something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, there you go. Come on, Monica, get more aggressive.
I know. I'm like, hang on, how do I do that better?
It's the first bottle I open with any friend.
Right.
It's always the first thing we open, and I'm very lucky to have friends where we're always trying to one up each other. So it's always it's a great thing to do.
And we've been discussing this. There are 15,000 growers in Champagne. 15,000. There are 500 in Sonoma County.
How big is the area?
Do you know the total area
Oh.
of Champagne? Big.
It's I will struggle to do the conversion in acres.
Oh yeah.
It's 35,000 hectares, so we
Okay.
just need to convert it.
We were converting earlier.
Almost 3 acres a hectare.
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, 2.7. So
So I visited Champagne in 2021, and that's like, it has been a journey for me to this company. I've always loved Champagne. I've always thought it's incredible. We got out there and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is so special, but also has similarity to the place that, like, growing up here, right, in Sonoma. I mean, it's different, and then it's just been so fun to learn more. Like, Tom was looking at our vineyards and he's like, those look like trees compared to the vines that they have in Champagne. And I don't know if you want to talk a little bit. I love the education of Champagne, but like how you, how they're pruned and why, and just like the soil, like what we have here. Tom's very knowledgeable in this space, and I'm sure Clara is too, but I've heard Tom talk about it. But
So
it's so cool.
yeah, it was like a cultural shock when I first saw Californian vineyards.
and Tom, we need your background also, please.
So I've been working in Champagne Harlin since 4 years now. Now I'm dealing with the export sales and French sales. I've been starting to work in the beer industry, craft beer industry, for 3 years. Then I switched back to Champagne because I'm born and raised in Champagne. So it was like an obvious way to continue my way through it. I'm a food lover, wine lover. So I definitely wanted to come back to the Champagne industry because it's all about family stories, terroir. Terroir, it's probably one of the most important words in French word. So, yeah, this is my background.
So go ahead. Now go ahead and now talk about the.
When I saw for the first time the Californian vines, they just looked so tall and the line were just so wide compared to the Champagne one. But I think it's
Sonoma sprawl, Bart.
yeah. In Champagne, the slope are quite different. And the climate is too. So in Champagne, we have lower vines because we have most of the time limestone soil. So the sun is just bouncing back on the ground and keeping everything warm because Champagne can freeze. So this is like our natural way to fight the frost. So I think it's just so interesting to see that you are not dealing with the same issues that we could face in Champagne.
I mean, we deal with very different issues than we deal with in Champagne. Although we could find you some short vines.
Yeah, I mean,
little bushes.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely, a point where a lot of California vineyards started to try to emulate what they saw with low vines, very high density. But I think we found our balance maybe now. Sam, would you agree? Like,
yeah,
like what works here compared to
the really tight plantings are sort of fading a little bit. I mean, it also depends on the variety,
right?
The place.
I mean, but it definitely here came from like, well, they do it in that area of France, so we should do it here. And as
I'm thinking of
opposed
like
to,
the tiny short little David Abreu Cabernet vines all over,
Right.
the Florida Napa Valley and stuff like that. Yeah.
But
Well,
our
that's
soil
what I
is
was
so
thinking,
different,
too.
right? Like we're Tom is very well educated. He came and he was teaching me about here, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, and yeah, no doubt, the limestone soils are very different here, just like in this southern France where the rocks have so much to do with it. And we certainly have examples of that here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you guys were up in Walla Walla, I mean, those rocks are legitimate to getting those vines ripe, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
And we've definitely places where we've moved because of climate change, moved the fruiting zone higher to get away from the reflective heat off of the rocks at night and stuff like that. So yeah, different issues.
Yeah, different issues dealt with differently.
And I also had a question for you guys, because something that is more and more popular in Europe is like wine pairings. How are you guys doing in the US with the pairings? Is like, something that is like food and wine pairings.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I don't know, for example, in Europe, we do a lot of meals with like wine growers and chef, where we just are going to pair some wines with some food in order to get something that is really highlighting the wine. Is it something that is popular
so do you mean
in the US?
in your at the estate when you're having
like
guests come,
dinners,
or do you mean
events.
at events?
It depends. It can be both. Because we were talking about the new generation, we are looking for experiences, and this is something that we have found in order to catch the new generation. Proposing like introducing wines with food, and it's something that we do a lot of the time. I would say. It can be like in restaurants with some, for example, Michelin restaurants thing, or it can be directly at the estate. And so I was wondering, is it something that you guys do in the US or absolutely not?
Absolutely. Under the Wire from Bedrock, they do a high-low pairing. So they have one that is all potato chips paired with champagne. And then they also have ones with different levels of caviar. Domaine Carneros does a chef tasting where they bring in a different chef and they change the themes to pair with their bubbles. And then we have been really lucky at 16600 to have Brian on our team, who handles all of our pairings for any wine dinners that we participate in, which is pretty frequent. Yeah,
he's been dinged plenty.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just the pairing you did that one Valentine's Day dinner with the red wines and the sushi, like no one could wrap their head around having red wine with sushi, and you just made it work.
Nice.
Honestly, it's like restaurants get into the food and wine pairing, and then in general you have people that only drink like red wine, or they only drink white wine. So if you try and tell them a pairing, what they care about is, I like the food, I like the wine, for me that's perfect. And then when you work in restaurants and you do food and wine dinners, the chef always wants you to pick a wine that makes the food taste better, and the winery wants you to pair it with a food that makes the wine taste better. So you always try and find that balance, so where it's highlighting all of those things. But I think for bubbles around here, we typically lean into the same stuff that is tried and true.
Yeah. Oysters, caviar, fried chicken.
Fried chicken, fries.
French fries, lots of French fries.
Yeah, anything fries generally with our bubbles around here is kind of a popular thing. And the whole caviar service where it's, all the diced little egg whites and the egg yolks. We kind of, I think at some point you kind of get away from that. You just want some creme fraiche, some caviar, and some potato chips.
That was on display and served on Saturday night at the Champagne Cowgirl. A bump on your hand. Yeah. That's what we were serving on Saturday at the launch party.
And it's cool when you can tie caviar and champagne together. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing, because then it shows like, hey, this is really good shit. We wouldn't be having caviar with some shitty wine. Right. Yeah, it's a cool little partnership that caviar and champagne have shared over the years.
Tom, I think we need to get this more here in America. When I did tasting at Wine Paris, and you had like the pâté.
Yes, it's called pâté en croûte.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But it's the best.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's like
puff
a pastry-
pastry, but with like a country style pate.
Oh,
So
it's
a little
so
bit
good.
more, like,
It's so good. He was like, he's like, I'm
not
hungry.
pureed,
He had
it's
been
more- yeah.
pouring and tasting all day, and he sits down and he's like, have you guys eaten? And I had a bite. I'm like, this is amazing.
But I live
need
on
more
in
of
France.
that, right? I know. It's so good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So when you're bringing these, are you going to bring these wines in? Have you already brought these wines in?
So the business right now is direct to consumer. You can go on champagnecowgirl.com and order the excuse me. Order the first shipment, which is intending to drop in October. So I've been working with an importer, and the wine has been bought and paid for, and we got to get it over here to America. We're crossing our fingers that we're not going to hit too much on the tariffs.
Yeah, how is that process? Like, can you
Oh,
walk us
boy.
through just a little bit of the process where, hey, I like your champagne. I want to bring it here to the United States. Where do you start?
Yeah.
And what do they make you do?
Call your lawyer.
Yeah, you call your lawyer. AI has been really like a very. I mean, I'm serious. AI has been a very good guide because they'll scan everything and give it back to you.
Yeah.
If anybody else is trying to get into this, please call me. I can certainly make this faster. But I'm working with an importer out of Daly City. And then she works with Hildebrand in France, and they're basically gathering their wines, but she's trying to get all of the wineries, the champagne houses together onto a shipment. So right now we're like trying to get it, they'll scare you and say, which I've been terrified. Like it's like 90 days to get wine into the country, 3 months. It's insane. And so
Meaning it takes that long to get here, or it's going to be sitting in port somewhere?
No, it depends. There's basically 3 port of entries that are really doing it for France. So they're coming in through either New York, Los Angeles, or Oakland.
Right.
The fastest is to get it to New York and then have it driven across the country. Is going to be the fastest. Otherwise, you're going down through the Panama Canal and that adds a month on the freighter. Yeah. But it's climate controlled. It's everything is keeping the wine as pristine as possible. Tom sent me a photo last week, and it's all boxed up. Clara's like, your wine is sitting here. When are they coming to get it? So I'm like, when are you going to get it? So I'm just waiting on one more of the champagne houses to finalize, but he's being silly, and their advice is like, you need to maybe consider something else and let them do it later. Pick another winery for now, another champagne house for now, and move on. But so that's the process.
And do you have to fill up an entire shipping container?
No. There's wine coming over, right? There's a lot of wine coming over, so we're getting space on a freighter.
Okay,
right.
And I'm small. I mean, my initial goal is 250, so 3 bottles, 750 bottles for each month right now. So I hope I grow. I hope I'm needing many more cases, and that we're continuing to bring in a lot more of their different wines. But
so it's all sitting. Ideally, it's sitting
it's at their champagne houses right now. It's waiting to be picked up.
But ideally, when it gets here, it would all be together, sitting in a warehouse, and then you get an order. It would be put together and shipped to wherever you needed it to go.
So I'm doing a pick and pack out on 8th Street.
Oh, cool. Okay, so it's actually here.
Yeah,
so if we
I'll be doing. This is very hands-on,
Yeah. So you're going to be the one putting together the boxes.
I'm sure we can gather a crew. We can have some champagne. I'll bring in some bites.
You have nieces and nephews.
I got nieces and nephews. I got them. The support that I've had. I'm good. Thank you. The support that I have had from Sonoma, this community, it's been remarkable. When, like you said, it's kind of like, how do you do this? One day I have a question and a problem or a challenge to get over, and the next day the solution suddenly appears. And it's anything from, hey, I just ran into so-and-so at the market and they have space for you, or you should talk to. I think when I started this little venture, I think people were like, that's cute. Right. For me to be at this point where I have these guys here from France, like that means so much that they believe in what I'm trying to do, and they've made this effort. It's a big effort. Like, it's hard to get over. Like I said, I did Paris for 4 nights and it was rough. And to come out here and spend time and get to know our small city and understand. I think that they've been really pleasantly surprised at how welcoming and hospitable Sonoma really is, which it is, as we know. You know, I think that this is one of the most special places in the world. And it's been really cool, but I also think there are places really special too. So just kind of that invisible line. The other thing I want to say that I've been really thinking about is, you know, club and membership. And there's kind of like those terms and they frequently go together, but I don't know that they should always. I think a membership is an association to an organization like Costco or whatnot. I think a club is an association to one another within that group. And that's what I want to try to build out with this brand, is really bringing people together where it's not me, but it's us. It's this, right? Like celebrating together. Like this is the club versus I'm a member here. And so like join the club and celebrate with the people that enjoy. And, you know,
it's interesting because you're right. Club and membership or club and member are almost synonymous, right?
They are, but I don't know that they should be.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We'll put our best people on that one.
Yeah.
Think tank.
We better find some people.
So that's really it. You know, I hope that, I mean, I think that there are a lot of people. We have beautiful California sparkling wines. It's still not champagne. I think people like, you know.
It's too warm here to get the flavors they get out of there.
Right?
Yeah.
And like to your point,
and we have to drink so early.
And
like,
so it just
like get a little bit of the acid.
People want to drink champagne.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're right. People
want to drink champagne, and I want to drink champagne, and that was the discovery. Like I said, 15,000 growers. We were talking about it. He's like, it's endless, Monica. You could bring in so many more wines that we aren't even getting right now.
Because let's clarify this: 15,000 growers. When we talk about growers here, that doesn't mean they're producing wine. When you say 15,000 growers, you mean 15,000 producers.
Yeah, producers, but we are. I think we talked about this number yesterday night, and I think people who are actually working in the vine, we are like 23,000 people, something like this. So yeah, you can have around like 15,000 people producing champagne, which is amazing.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's one region.
Yes. Yes.
And that's all. I mean, how much of that is consumed and sold domestically? I mean, that's got to be a lion's share.
That's what I want to know.
And
domestically for them.
Within France, right? Yeah. Most of that never leaves the
where are you guys selling your champagne to? Like, where is it going? Is it consumed mostly locally, or do you have an account in China that you're sending it to? Like, where is it all going?
Okay. So for us, before I came back on the estate, we were mainly working with private French customers. It was something like 80% of the production was going to France.
Direct to consumer or to retailers?
No, to consumers. Yes.
Wow.
And, you know, it was basically a lot of something very popular in Champagne was like Christmas fairs, for example. I don't know if you guys did that by the past.
No, we are not doing Christmas fair, but we had the same business model, like 80% to direct to consumer.
Wait, I totally need to know what a Christmas fair is. It sounds like something you guys are. Yeah.
Like I'm
what's a Christmas fair?
I mean, it's all through Europe that there's Christmas fairs, right?
And
I never heard this term before.
Really?
No.
Christmas market? No.
Yeah, the Christmas market, but this is. In the context of champagne, I want to know more about a Christmas fair, because I don't need to buy like more tchotchkes and hot chocolate. Yeah, right.
So I mean, when my grandparents were young, they started those type of things. So it's like basically our busiest time is between the 15th of November to the 15th of December, and every weekend we are, you know, around. Most of the time it's around Paris, and we do like small villages fairs. Most of the time it's Christmas fairs, and we're just selling to our customers.
So you're like on the Christmas fair circuit, all over. Like you go to the tour the different.
Yeah, it's like a tour in a way. And I mean, we have some customers that have been customers for like the past 40 years sometimes. So it's just. At my great-grandparents' time, they were able to tell you from one year to another how many bottles they were going to sell. So they were ready, from one year to another. And then my grandparents started to do those kind of trade fairs. And then nowadays, we developed a little bit more the export and professional market. So now I would say it's like 60-40, something like that. So for the export markets, our biggest countries we are working with are Denmark. We have a little bit of Spain, Italy, but I'm selecting only very small businesses because I really want to build those type of relationships we are doing with Monica. So it is not very huge numbers of bottle. It's like maybe one pallet, one half pallet every year. But, it is people we are working on real project with, like, for example, some food pairings night, some master classes. It is also something that we created when I came back. So we host some master classes over Champagne at the estate to introduce to the people what we are doing and like the Champagne 101 type of things.
Can you explain that a little bit? What does that look like, the masterclass?
Okay, so I did that for the first time this year, and so we welcome a lot of customers at the estates, a lot of tourist customers, and something that struck me was like people are coming to Champagne. I don't know if you can relate to that, but people are coming to Champagne to discover, to educate themselves. But
because tourism in Champagne is growing.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. And most of the time when they are coming back home, they are unable to explain anything to their families because it is too many informations.
Okay.
Yes. And everyone is completely lost. So I was like, okay, we need to do something that is simple, accessible. So what I did is that I took like a back label of a champagne bottle like this. And I was like, it lasted 1 hour and a half, and we are taking all the important information of a back label and explaining everything. Like what is a blending, what is a grape variety, what is the aging, what important it has on a wine. But the goal is really for the people to leave our place and be able to go to a wine shop and select the champagne they want.
So you're not necessarily explaining the process of making the champagne. It's just how to decipher when they go home, like what do we like and what are we looking for and how do we find it?
Yeah, I'm talking about 3 major events. So I'm talking about the harvest. I'm talking about what did I select? I'm changing most of the time depending on the people I have in front of me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm talking about the harvest, the fermentations, and maybe the riddling. Because we riddle everything by hand at the estate.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah. My uncle wants to keep this kind of connection to the bottle, so we are riddling everything.
Well, it's only how many bottles?
They do that at Chelmsford
40
still.
to 60.
For higher end stuff.
It's only 40 to 60,000.
My wrists are already shot, so I just think of that.
That's the one thing it seems like Champagne has sort of grown and made developments over the years with dosage. First you're drinking cloudy champagne, and then they were always trying to, the grams per liter has come down, used to be sweet, but it's like the one thing that hasn't changed is how to get that freaking yeast out of there without using it, without using a little bit of without losing a little bit of the pressure and some of the wine. I mean, you got it down to pretty good science, but it's like isn't someone found a different way for this to happen?
It's great content.
No, I mean, we are staying on like the basic. You've got like 2 options. Most of the time it's disgorgement by the hand. So the great-great-grandparents did. Yes. But I mean, they are so used to do it so that you only have what we need to be out of the bottle. And then nowadays you've got like you can do your disgorgement with machines, and the machines pours a little bit more wine inside the bottles before putting the cap.
Right.
Yes.
So you're always holding a little bit of that vintage to replace.
You're
back
adding
in the
a
bottle?
little bit. Yes.
Right.
Mm.
So who
Gloria Ferrar has this huge, they call it the dosage library. And they have all of these products that they keep over the years and use for that point.
For refilling the bottles.
At that point.
And so is there like a family that you guys have been using for riddling for generations that is these guys with enormous like muscles in their hands?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's basically it.
double jointed wrists.
But it's not a family; it's her family.
Yeah, we do everything ourselves.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I mean, we are so used to do that, and the major person who is doing that is Freddy. He has been working at the
Shout
estates.
out to
Yes, shout out to himself. Yes, thank you, Freddy.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's been working at the estates for like 45 years. And he arrived when my great-grandpa was still running the business. And now it is my uncle. So 3 generations has passed and he's still here. So he's actually learning how to riddle the bottles to my cousin. So, it's just going from one generation to another. It's quite cute.
Oh my God, that is super cute.
Yeah.
So besides, you guys are going to get the wines into the United States, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Right? Everything is going
it's
all.
coming.
And so is there any opportunity for people who aren't a part of your club to get it, or you are exclusively bringing it in for your members, club,
for the
friends,
for the club,
family?
the club.
But are you going to have a little inventory for reorders or for Brian?
This has been the conversation. Yes, I know, right?
Jasmine, more
how
like.
to get more of it. Exactly. I mean, I think
Office expenses went up last month. What was that about?
you guys, I'm launching a business. Like, I've never done this before. Let's be real, right? So I'm learning everything as I go. And right now, I mean, in my head, it was like, okay, I'm going to do every month. I'm going to have 6 bottles. I'm going to have 3 bottles. I'm going to have a single bottle. And my dad, God bless him, he's like, Monica, you got to walk before you can run, right? So I'm just getting going, and I think the feedback has been, thank you. The feedback has been really incredible from these guys, from people who, it was really interesting to hear at the launch party the questions that were coming at me that I just hadn't, because I've kind of just been going. Yeah. And so now I'm at the point where I'm at market, and it's like, okay, well, and sort of that mental process of like, okay, if I've joined, I belong to this, I'm a member over here, what am I going to get from you? And I think that's a fair question. This is just, to me, it's different because Tom's been incredible, and just like the feedback, he's like, Monica, you've done the hard work, and the hard work was going and tasting all this champagne and then selecting what I liked and what I thought would be complementary to one another, each other in a box. I even last night I was sharing to Tom, I said, I could see this, I could just do champagne. It could be Champagne Cowgirl, and right now it is a champagne and sparkling wine club. Yeah. The sparkling wine there's a lot of good stuff in Italy. There's a lot of good stuff in Argentina. Like there's, Spain. You guys, this is a retirement program for me to travel around the world and go and taste what I love. But part of me is like, should I just stay with champagne and just bring in small family producers? There's so many, it's endless, that we're not getting, and share that. And like I said, like, let's all go over there and pick your favorites and curate that, and you're sharing it with your people. And I don't know, it's so cool. I don't know if anybody's doing, I know that there's champagne only clubs. I know that. I don't know if anybody's doing it like this.
I've never heard of one. You're the first person I've met that has had this sort of model where you're bringing in small producers. And so
you're each both importing to the United States before Monica?
No.
So this is
it's
Very
really
first
new.
time.
I mean, that's something it's
a win-win.
That's should have been probably pointed out. So your first venture into the American market is through her?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Through a Riebli?
I mean, I'm judging her on her brothers, so and her nephews and stuff like that. So anyway, that's awesome.
Our
that's
motto
so
is
awesome.
Badass with class. So that needs to be front and foremost. But yeah, I know, right? Like Obi-Wan Kenobi here on the champagne, and I'm enthused. It's been so joyful and so fun. I can't, and just like every bit about it. And I think that That's what I want the club to be, is joyful and fun and sharing, and really, just like you said, open the good bottle because it's Monday morning and we're here at 16600 and this is really cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you should, not because we have to, like you said, you get your girlfriends together and the first thing you're doing is opening a bottle.
But that's a Tuesday sometimes.
Yeah, and it should be. It should be.
It's always off a Tuesday.
It should be. Yeah. So it's just that's what I'm hoping to build as far as the company goes.
And what does packaging look like? And is there like a little story that comes with the wine so that we can kind of learn a little bit more?
I love that question. So the packaging is really going to be simple. Like what I love is like high end with very like simple, like you said, it's like caviar potato chips is like kind of that concept. What I've asked is for like one QR code, less paper. It's just a QR code into the experience of your wine. So, and these guys are doing, like, Tom, I don't know if you want to talk about the interview that you did with Maxim.
Yeah.
So they're helping. These guys are in. I mean, that's the thing, is like, I can do this, but I can only do so much. They're like, oh, we're going to make a special video for you. And like, they're like walking through the neighborhoods. And so go ahead and share.
So we took half a day to record many videos around the vineyard, in the cellar, with Maxim, so my boss, the winemaker. So I've been interviewing him, like present the estate, present your family, share your story, share about the bottle. So I'm just editing the video right now, but it's going to be a cool video, I guess.
I think so. But I mean, I just, that there's that response from, like, I can't do that.
Well, it's
and
such a personal touch.
Right. And it's for this.
Yeah. Well, it's my favorite thing about wine. You get to travel the world by drinking out of your glass, and you're taking it a step further by bringing the producer, the grower, to the customer, which is like, it's so special.
It's so special. So that's the intention, is to basically have like a little video vignette that you're traveling to France and experiencing the wine. So drinking your wine as you're looking at the video. I mean, it's beautiful. Champagne's beautiful.
So can people sign up for this now?
Yes.
How do we do
this?
this?
So pre-order, go to champagnecowgirl.com.
Yeah.
Taking pre-orders right now. Assuming that all those wines get on that freighter over here. The first expected shipment is in October. And then I also did, it's an Harlin wine. It's not this one. It's I have a special Champagne Cowgirl 250 America commemorative bottle, limited edition. The wine's amazing, and you can buy that. I know that we just passed the 4th, but we're gonna celebrate it all year. It's like Disney, right? Just keep celebrating.
Well, you said 250. 250 mil or $250?
250 anniversary. So it's a custom label.
Oh, okay.
Wine. So
I was like 250 mil.
Anybody who's like, cool. You're anybody who loves this country, that wants to celebrate its patriots, like you love champagne and you want to have a cool commemorative bottle for 250 years of America freedom.
Right. And France helped us get there. So
that's
closed the loop there.
They sure did. Yeah. Yep. They did. I wanted like this essence. The label, you'll see, the label is this. The label is the hat that we were wearing. And I have hats for you guys. I should have brought more. But I wanted somewhere the Statue of Liberty on here because I love her so much. But yeah, so this is also available on the website, champagnecowgirl.com.
And what are the price points? What are we looking at? 3 bottles, 6 bottles?
So 3 bottles right now is $250.
Okay.
Every other month.
Yep.
And then the commemorative is $150.
Okay. Every other month.
Every other month. So $250 every other month.
Okay.
$125 a month if you want to cut that math.
Yeah.
Those are the questions that I was getting the other day, and it was really like, it was good for me.
We need to know what we're in for. We need,
to the point of the a la carte. I mean, I like I said, I'm getting going. If I'm sitting on wine and like, people are like, and then how do we order more and how do we get it here quickly? If you love this, you want more of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have it right now.
And then if people fall in love with that, but they want to try one of the other, they're like, oh, we've had the Blanc de Blanc. We want to do the Blanc de Noir. We want to, right.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
It's a bit of
next month's shipment.
It's a bit. That's right. It's a bit of a navigation, and I think like we were talking. Tom's like, right now this is the stage of a business where you're going to get the most grace. People are going to be forgiving and graceful of like, okay, that didn't work out, but. Right. So I want to get there fast. I've been trying to go as fast as I can. You know, the liquor license, you asked about process. Liquor license in California is a whole other journey.
Yeah.
And I probably need to apply for an.
we
I'm
were
going to
bursting
apply.
that
Yeah,
song.
exactly. Apply for a different one. Right now I have an 85, which allows me to do GTC over the internet and phone. But I'm going to move to a 1720, which will allow me these things that I've learned. But it's been fun, you guys. And like I said, and I have a day job.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, there's the DTC Wine Symposium, which would be a really good question.
A great plug.
Wait a minute.
And when is the
Let it
DTC
It's
symposium?
January.
That's great.
But like, it's
Where's
just
it
real full
located?
of-
Early bird tickets available now.
Yeah, right?
It's a big wine symposium where it's literally all people from the industry from all over the country and even the world. We have some out of country producers last year. But it's a really good like think tank, and it's like 2 solid days of like different conferences and
A lot of blue sky mind melding going on.
But it's a great way to get inspired, and we get new ideas out of it every time we go.
Amazing.
So that's in January. I think it's like the 3rd week.
And lots of help with compliance shit.
Yeah,
which is lots of
which is the not fun part of the wine industry.
Yeah.
But the conference takes place in Monterey, which is lovely.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. So, you know, anyway, it has been such a joy to have these guys here this week. Like, it's so silly.
Yeah, where are you guys going? What are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, they can share, but I did AFS when I was 17. I went to Portugal, and I feel like I'm doing like AFS again, like having like foreigners. It's been a blast. Like Tom, I'm like, hey, we got to go to Napa. You want? He's like, let's go to Costco. I'm like, okay. That's what we've been. No, a little bit.
In-N-Out? Have they gone to In-N-Out yet?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
They did In-N-Out. Tom's experienced the Verano Cafe a couple times. He's really enjoying our food.
Yeah.
What was it? The Guy Fieri, his Chipotle sauce. Like.
Oh yes, so good.
Ranch, you know, because ranch was such a big deal. Anyway, but Tom leaves tomorrow. He's been here for a week, and I'm sad to see him go. He's been amazing, and and then Clara's going to be traveling throughout California with her boyfriend, who's been our PR guy in the background here.
Where are you guys going?
It's a legitimate Instagram boyfriend.
Yeah. Like we are doing Monterey, Carmel by the Sea, and then we'll go to Vegas, and then LA.
And Morro Bay.
And Morro Bay, yes.
Yeah.
Down the coast.
Driving Big Sur?
Yes, I think. Yeah. We'll add it to the itinerary.
I mean, the road's open. You never know. You never know if you won't be able to do it. So do it. Man,
I saw that
beautiful.
on ChatGPT, and he was like, "You have to make sure that the road is open." And I was like, "Oh wow, okay."
And you have to make sure to go to Nepenthe.
I was going to say,
What?
bring a bottle and drop it for Angus at Nepenthe.
I've never heard of this place.
It's a restaurant where you're almost guaranteed to see whales while you're dining, and their
Oh,
wine
wow.
list is absolutely. I'll write it down for you.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Nepenthe is
Nice.
It's a treat.
Oh my god.
Lunch in Nepenthe.
So
Okay,
Thank
so
you, guys.
we have to. I don't want this to be lost. Brian asked the question about the type of glass that is being
thank
used.
you.
Yay.
Because they actually make their own glass.
Ooh.
And so, what is going on with consumption of champagne in Champagne?
Well, I
What's
think
the trend?
the glassware is making a big difference between the results that you are going to feel. People don't want in flute anymore or in coupe. Sometimes people ask for it, but generally it's really old people, so not the people we are looking for now.
But I mean, if you have the chance to do it, you should definitely try. If you have like a coupe, a flute, and like I would say a tulip size type of glass, and you really feel the difference. The problem with the flute is that you don't have any space for the wines to just air up, you know. Yeah. So we're just going to focus on those type of things, but with the top a little bit more gathered at the top in order to keep the the bubbles up. Yeah. Yes.
What's the history of the flute? Why did the flute become like synonymous with champagne? And because it's obviously such a flawed.
Yeah.
Just.
But
Anybody?
I think it has to do with being able to watch the bubbles.
I think it's
right.
Yeah.
So you get the perlage,
It's
right?
the whale watching of the bubbles.
Yeah.
Right. So you had it's like an aquarium. You're
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
like an aquarium,
watching the
exactly.
bubbles go up.
Fun fact, you guys, there are 11 million bottles in a bottle of champagne.
How do you?
Counted every single one.
More than there are stars in our universe.
But what about grains of sand on the earth?
I don't know.
Lots of them.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about glass in terms of like, because isn't it Cristal?
Oh, you're talking about glass on the bottle.
Is
No, I
Cristal
was
still the
talking
only
about-
one not doing the punt and using clear glass?
No. You can have some clear glass.
There's got to be alcohol.
Everyone's kind of doing their own thing now.
Sometimes it can be also a question of protection because when you have like a transparent glass, it can and
Light
if you
shock. Yeah.
yeah exactly. So it is both a question of practicity. I don't know if the word exists in English.
Are you guys making any still wines at all?
It's still aging at the moment. We have some actually. We are using one of the rarest grape possible in Champagne called Petit Meunier. And it's going to be released in a few years, but as it's not ready, it's not ready. So
I'm not doing any still wines for now.
No.
Will you guys just talk really quickly because I love it? Raffetia?
Oh, Ratafia.
You can share. I was like, what is this? It's basically it's a port. It's like champagne port. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
have you ever tried it? No.
I one time had a bottle of sparkling. It was sweet and sparkling, and it was higher alcohol. Or is this?
No.
Fortified?
It's flat.
Yeah.
It's
What's the color of the
Ratafia is a still liqueur at around 18 ABV. So it's a mix of strong alcohol with grape juice. So it's not sparkling at all. It's really like in France, we usually take it before having dinner, like with some
like
ice.
aperitif.
Yeah. And most of the tourists are drinking it as a digestive at the end of the dinner. But basically, you can do whatever you want. You can. Personally, I put a bowl of ice cream in my ratafia just at the middle of the dinner, so it's just so good.
I'm coming over.
Well, part of me is like, how fun would that be for Christmas, right? You know, to have in December. I don't know, you guys. Like, I love it. I do love it. I didn't go there at all in anything, but it's been on my mind, and I'm like, I would love to get some.
Should do a Christmas fair club pickup.
Yay, definitely. Yeah.
So, anyway, it was just like you were asking a little bit about like the kind of the different things, and that one I think isn't very well known here for Americans, and I just think it's really nice.
Spell it for our viewers at home.
So it's spelled R-A-T-A-F-I-A.
Ratafia.
Ratafia.
Do you have any in your? John's gonna get us a bottle.
Yes.
Research will be done.
Cool. And let's blow up your Instagram account.
Yeah, all of us, right?
Yeah.
So my Instagram is at Champagne Cowgirl.
CHAMPS Cowgirl.
Yep.
Okay.
That's mine. And then TikTok is champs.cowgirl if you're on TikTok, which is also the movement for the younger generation. And then Clara is at Champagne A.Lété. A-L-E-T-A.
Yay.
L-A-E-T-E.
Lete. Yes.
So Champagne. And then
We'll have all these in the show notes.
and then Champagne Harlin, right, is the Insta.
And in California, it's very important. There's an I in the Harlan that is not an E.
Correct. We're an A.
Big deal here.
So yeah, that's thank you guys. This has been so fun. I don't know if we're wrapping up, but so you asked what we're doing. We're actually headed to Domaine Carneros to do some tasting, show off our sparklings, and do a little caviar, and then we're doing tasting at San Giacomo Vineyards this afternoon.
I'm so excited.
A little bit of local wine tasting for us.
I wonder, they might have some, I mean, I'm sure they picked already Domaine Carneros. Maybe you can try some of the bracing juice that they super high acid.
Oh. Wow.
They probably picked already.
It's what gets Brian up in the morning. Is super high acid.
That's why he works here.
And then if this
Different.
If this progresses and have you thought about storefront in Sonoma for?
It's really funny. We were just talking about. Okay, so in my dream, you guys, how fun would it be to have a Champagne Caviar mechanical bull only? Like, just
oh snap! Didn't see it go in that direction.
Sorry, I am a Riebli.
Wait,
so, like,
those are two things that we don't have enough of in Sonoma Valley. We don't have enough champagne, and I know it's been a long time since
everyone
there was
who's been on
bull.
a mechanical bull, raise your hand.
These guys.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I think that would be very, that'd be kind of cool to have like a cigar bar, champagne. I don't know.
Nice.
That is not going to work.
Yeah.
They would never let us do that. But I think it'd be really
Why?
fun.
Never say never.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's bars all over Texas where there's a mechanical bull and they drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Are those the point?
I mean, where the fruit basket is, you guys, like, honestly, like a saddle rack type Western bar there would be so fun. Line dancing.
I think you could probably get the property pretty cheap.
Yeah. So whoever wants to, go there and invest in that. But I do think it'd be cool. I mean, right now, potential pop-ups. I'd like to.
I mean, just the term pop-up.
Yep. Yep.
You can do something about it.
The Napa Valley Rodeo is coming, which they're just like getting on the map, and that's in October. And really just getting out there, going to rodeos.
Yeah,
would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Sonoma Valley Vintners and Growers location with the clay pigeon and
out at
Wing and Barrel.
Out at Wing and Barrel.
They should absolutely collaborate with Wing and Barrel.
Next
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next May.
Bubbles and bullets.
Guns and
guys
grog.
are just planning me. I've got Monterey. I've got Wine Paris in February. Tom's birthday in February.
Yes.
Pretente Champagne in April.
Yeah, you're right.
What did we say?
I mean, this is just a big boondoggle to go back to France, isn't it, Monica?
It's hard. I know. But here's what I'd say. I kind of want to invite you guys. Like, I think it'd be fun to take a group out there and just go do champagne.
I'm in.
Sounds great.
That was the invitation. That was it. That was.
Can we schedule it around the French Open?
What was that? That was last month.
I don't know when is it.
I've never seen a tournament on clay, so I'm definitely going to go.
I think it's like June. No, something like this.
Ryan Casey, tennis fan?
June.
Right, exactly.
Learn things. Learn new things
Wimbledon
about
and the
every day.
French are on my list.
So I did the U.S. Open last year. I said today, I was like, so tennis is a champagne sport.
100%.
It is such a champagne sport.
And weed, supposedly, at the U.S. Open.
I was at the U.S. Open last year, and it was like
So Monica, down in the desert, they have that.
Yeah.
That's a natural one.
You know
can
who?
get there quickly.
Raf Rivera, Sean's good friend.
Yeah.
Raf is a tennis coach and big into it. They have the Challenger that they've been running over in Solano County for a while, and so they're big into it. But we did the U.S. Open, and my mom and I went last August. I was just sharing to them, and it is just like a huge. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Moet and Chandon. That have the big party, but we want small growers. Like, we want this stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
At what size winery do you guys roll your eyes? You don't have to name any wineries, but at what size?
Like case production.
Do you think case production?
Well,
do you
they
think
do bottles. They do
bottle
bottles,
production? Do you kind of go,
Get your calculator.
whatever?
So the first thing I have to say regarding this is that we have to be grateful for big houses, because it's thanks to them that we are able to be here. Thank you. And they allow to share the champagne world everywhere. So we are really grateful for that. Then, to answer your question,
70,000.
I mean, I would say it's more a question of how you deal with your business. Yeah. Because you can have I have someone in mind, for example, it is called Bilcar Salmon. I don't know if you've heard of them. It is quite a huge brand, but they are doing some really, really nice work, some really nice quality wines. And so they managed to get both of them, both the numbers of bottles, but also the good wines. So I would say, it's more a question of how you see champagne business.
So is the business, like here in the United States, there are massive producers that have small brands that they have either acquired or have built. Is that the same way in Champagne? Are there massive producers that have smaller brands that we would never know? Because Gallo has producers that we know that the common folk wouldn't know that it was owned by Gallo.
Yeah, some of them do that, but most of the time it's like a group. I have a group in mind that are doing very, very cheap wines, very cheap champagnes, and they have like 4, 5, 6 brands difference, so that they allow themselves to focus on quantity. And they have just the opportunity to be everywhere because of that. But I mean, to answer to your question, I think the most important thing is how you represent the image of Champagne. Yeah, and the price you're doing. Because in Champagne, we really are a collective, how to say that in English? Like a collective brand.
Well, I mean, let's face it, the big producers, and a lot of times, are getting big bucks for their products.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you can have some surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing volume.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is how they're making the big bucks.
Well, and
Right.
with Champagne, you're making wine twice. Like, it takes longer. It's more expensive. For a lot of reasons.
All agreed upon all of those.
You know, for example, I met this guy in wine Paris. If you guys have the chance to come some days, it's amazing. But I've met this guy on wine.
Just waiting for an invitation, Monica.
We have some. We can share with you guys. So
I'm gonna put you all the work. We're gonna have 85
great group
appointments.
chat.
Yeah.
Like, Monica, this is the May shipment.
And I've met this guy, and I don't know if you saw that, if you saw him this year, but he just arrived and he was like, "Hi, I'm looking for some €9 champagnes," and we were like, "Yeah, you saw him."
€9.
Yeah, and just to give you a few number, €9 is basically
I'm
the
looking for €9.
and yeah, and that's basically the price of the equivalent of grapes that you have in one champagne bottle.
Yeah.
So which means that you only have the price of the grapes.
Right.
So it's like, are you crazy?
Yes.
And he was like, yeah, I'm not from here. He was from Canada. And I was like, yes, but you're talking about Champagne. So even if you're in Canada, you cannot do some things like this. It was like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, that's I think, you know, Wine Paris was exceptional. It's everywhere too. Tom, actually, you asked a little bit more, and I don't know, Tom, if you shared enough about like your role as an exporter, but I mean, he just got back from Singapore. He's trying to get Harlin into Singapore, and then Italy. I think you have a great, like, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about your
I
goals,
can talk about
maybe,
it.
on what like would be good for you as a small.
So for us, export is really new. We started 2 years ago because wine tourism is getting big. So we were only having like 200 people coming every year to do some tours, some visits, some tasting. And now we have more than 2,500 people every year. So, I mean, half of them are coming from the US. That's why I've been trying to look at some importer in the US. People are like really taking the flight, coming to Champagne. They did already the biggest effort, but when they are coming home, they can't find us anywhere. So it's up to you guys now.
Monica, it's up to Monica.
And so I continue to develop export because Italy was our first international market. We are planning to sell like 8,000 bottles every year. We sold 12,000 in 6 months, so it's getting really big and we have really good feedbacks. That's why I'm trying to find new market. Singapore was amazing. People are so knowledgeable, ready to spend money on champagne. I mean, I'm always learning every day about different market, different way of consuming champagne, and it's getting exciting.
Awesome.
Well, you guys have fun today.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
This is a great way to kick it off. It's been a blast, you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, Monica, and the wines are exceptional.
Yeah.
So
Thank
thank you
you.
for sharing.
Thank
that.
you.
Sharing
If
the
the only
wines.
way to get these wines is join the Champagne Cowgirl Club then.
Yay.
Apparently I'm a Champagne Cowgirl.
Tom's great. Tom's like, he's like, are they members yet? And I'm like, not yet. He's like, let's go sign them up. I'm like, okay, I need you with me everywhere we go. So please, join and
believe
join the
me,
club.
this one. The other day, I was going to Sonoma Market to go get something for myself. Do you need anything? Yeah, I need a grower champagne around $60. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I drank it yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, of course. We make it happen.
This has been incredible. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
thank
guys,
you.
for having us.
You guys, I can't remember last time I was on a show. Are we doing shout outs? What are we doing? What do we got going
Who
on?
are we? Where are we? What day is it?
I mean, we kind of talked about direct-to-consumer wine symposium, so
did.
everyone knows
Tickets are
that's
available.
going on.
Barbara,
I think you guys are putting together the sorbet tasting.
Yeah, there's going to be like the first day you get there before all the conferences. We're going to bring sorbet to Marnaray, so you'll get to try a bunch of different producers that all farm either organically, biodynamically, regenerative, and so that's stacking up. I think we've got 12 producers so far, and that'll be on that Thursday, right before, I believe, the 19th of January. Tuesday. Okay, I believe you. We also have our big Vinyl Sunday party coming September 27th at the barn,
which is closing out the Vintage Festival.
Yeah,
which is Friday the 25th and Saturday the 26th.
Which we're in for the dinner. We're gonna be pouring wines at the big dinner. It's gonna be like 500 people.
They're hoping to get 500 people sitting in the horseshoe at the plaza.
Dinner for 500
with
just
dueling,
you and some friends.
Dueling pianos, wineries every other table pouring wine.
Hopefully some duck.
Yeah, Girl in the Fig is doing the catering, and so yeah. And then Saturday night, of course, the all day festival. Anything from the fun run in the morning to throwing
potatoes and salami.
My favorite thing.
Thank you.
It's the most
Thank you,
fun
Monica.
thing. It's the most fun thing.
It's one of the most important traditions we have in Sonoma.
And if you can win a salami,
and you win a salami, hit a salami, win a salami. Right. Life should be so fucking simple.
Yes, it 100%. But you're throwing potatoes of different sizes, so your weight. It's hard. It's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah, and it all culminates with the grand tasting in the barracks, and so. Yeah,
it's crazy that we're almost there, right? It's,
right.
It's like September's coming. And
it's not September. Yeah. It's still August, people.
Feels like September. The amount of drinks that are getting
We're not even in double digits August.
Right, exactly. No, it's not.
It's
so
okay.
it's just slow down. Oh, it is.
Everything came fast this year in terms of harvest. I mean, everything's kind of
early.
Yeah, it's going.
Yes,
in March. Yeah.
I think
thank you so
the whole
much.
thing is just one big.
Yeah, you got it.
Drink.
Cheers, thank you.
Drink.
All right, you guys. Thanks for listening. Leave a review. Tell a friend. The cool ones.
Congratulations, Isabel and Ramon.
Oh, congratulations. That's right. You guys got back from France, and hopefully she's still going to continue to make wines for you. She's not going to
I think so.
Disappear.
I went to her, I did wear shorts for one part of her wedding, so maybe she will no longer work for us, but I think it's all right.
Okay.
I smoothed it over. I wore shorts. I wore jeans not jeans. I wore pants to church. So.
And now when she comes here, is he coming too?
I don't know. No, he's busy, man. He and his dad and his dad farm 50 hectares of their own and make fantastic wine. I think we got a couple bottles floating around of Vermont's wines. We drank a bunch of them. They're great.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.